Welcome to Lesson 8 in our Safe at Home Visual Journal series, Quarantine Activity. In this lesson, we're going to create a sketch of someone performing an activity and write a journal reflection explaining the significance of the activity during the coronavirus. We'll start by planning out our work, we'll sketch, complete our journal reflection, and finally finish with our Week 4 Visual Journal Assessment. Please post any questions that you may have at any time in the comments section. I'll be live for discussion and answer questions during art class on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and during office hours Monday through Thursday from 3 to 3:30 p.m. In this distance learning unit, we are creating a visual journal to reflect on our experiences and record a historical primary document of this time that we're living through. This week we're asking the question, who are the people supporting you through this time? Today's drawing prompt is draw a quarantine activity. So what ways are you or people around you staying active? What types of things are you doing for fun? How are you spending your time? So here's a little sample of some activity at my home.
Ready? Go!
If you can, try to record some activity live as it's happening. But if not, try to record something like I'm doing from a video.
Go dada now? Okay.
So I'm going to try to capture the movement and motion of my wife and my son running through the sprinklers. And I'm going to do this using a gesture drawing with pencil, and then I'm going to wash in some watercolor over the top. So first I'm looking at kind of how the lines in the form flows as she runs, starting with the core and moving into her arms and legs, and how that transfers to my son as they hold hands. I'm going to rough in some shadows with the pencil, and I'm going to focus on the movement of the forms rather than any of the real details. Just some shadows to provide some placement so that it doesn't look like they're floating, and a sprinkler for some fun. And now I'm going to wash in some watercolor with my pocket set using a Pentel water brush and Winsor Newton pocket watercolor set. I'm starting off with some ultramarine to kind of bring some focus to the shadows, and a little bit of yellow to also provide some strong contrast with some light. I'm going to apply some skin tones just using a burnt sienna, and I'm going to try to keep this one relatively loose and fun and try to kind of capture the spirit of the activity running through the sprinklers. like to build up the shadows in several washes, so I make a couple different passes to slowly make it darker. This way I can try to preserve some of the light and some of the medium tones as well. Just going to wash in a little bit of grass. I want to get rid of a little bit of the extra pencil lines that are kind of distracting. And let's just sprinkle some water in there to capture the fun of the activity. If you still have questions about how to post to Seesaw, please see this video or email me directly. Let's take a look at our journal entry questions. 1. Who did you draw? Number 2. What activity were they doing? 3. What is the significance of this activity during the stay-at-home order? Why is this activity special or different? Today we'll complete our Week 4 Visual Journal Assessment. The Visual Journal Assessment is like a mini summative grade to check on your progress on your visual journal. It's a reflection of how your visual journal represents your experience during the stay-at-home order, and you will complete this assessment in the Google Doc and submit it through Google Classroom. Please answer these questions in complete sentences and organize your response in a paragraph. 1. How many drawings have you completed so far in your safe-at-home visual journal? 2. What experiences of life during the coronavirus does your safe-at-home visual journal describe? 3. Now think about some other important or memorable experiences of life during the coronavirus that have not been included in your visual journal yet. What is something unique, memorable, or important about this time that you could or should tell about in your visual journal? Finally, how well does your safe-at-home visual journal reflect your experience during the stay-at-home order or the coronavirus pandemic? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to keep up with all of our lessons.